Hey, this is Hans at Do It Tennis, and I'm here with Rich Neighbor. He's the Western Sales Manager for Dunlop. Thank you for joining me today. So Rich, tell us a little bit about the biomimetic technology that goes into the biomimetic line from Dunlop.
Sure. The biomimetic, bio being the study of nature, and mimetic is to imitate that. The Dunlop engineers, what they've done is they've inspired nature influences into a racket. The first one starting off is our Aeroskin. The Aeroskin, if you look on the outside of the racket, you'll see a little bit of a riblet. We basically got this technology from a shark. If you look at the shark, a shark is not smooth. It actually has riblets on it, so it allows that shark to get through the water quicker. The same analogy we're using on a tennis racket to where putting an Aeroskin on it, 25% less drag.
So you're able to whip the ball kind of a little bit
exactly. You're able to get the racket through the air quicker, which creates more racket head speed for more power.
Exactly.
The second thing is HM6 carbon. And what we've done is we've influenced this from the bees. If you ever look at the honeycomb shape that a bee makes for its hive, we've actually placed the honeycomb in the key areas of the racket. What that does, with the six-sided it actually lets us take the frequency out of the racket, tone down the vibration of the racket, put more energy return and more feel into the racket.
And who doesn't want better, more feel?
Exactly. That's what Dunlop is noted for, has been feel in the rackets, consistent feel. The last is our Gecko tack grip. We've been inspired from the Gecko. If you ever see the Gecko, the pods on a Gecko has a nanoscopic. They're able to hang on a lot of different things. Well, by using that and that same kind of tackiness that they have on their pods, what we've been able to do is get 50% greater traction on this grip than any Dunlop racket we've had in the years past.
And that's great if you want a tacky grip. There's probably nothing better.
Exactly.
We're talking about the Dunlop Biomimetic 400 tennis racket. Now I know the 400 series has all the biomimetic technologies that are in the full line of the rackets, but there's also some additional technologies. Can you explain a little bit for us about those additional technologies?
Sure. For 2012, we enhanced some features in the biomimetic rackets in a couple different ways. We've gone with a whole new mold. We've gone with a more oval head shape. For us, this is more for the modern game right now. For the player who wants to generate a lot of spin, by having a more oval head, the ball stays on the string bed a little bit longer. The other thing we've gone is our CX construction, which is a blended cross section. So what that's done, it's given us a little bit more aerodynamics in the hoop of the racket, able to get through the air a little bit quicker. The other thing we've done is that we've added our anti-friction grommets. The anti-friction grommets allow the string to go a little freer through there, opening up the sweet spot. The other feature we've added is the anatomical structure, which gives the racket more stability.
Yeah, who doesn't need more stability in a racket? Also, tell us a little bit about how it works between the 100 and the 700 in the biomimetic line.
Yeah, the 100, the lower the number in our line will be for the player looking for more control. It's generally going to be the heavier of the rackets, giving you more control for somebody with a very aggressive, fast swing. Working its way all the way up to the 700, which is going to be a lighter racket, a little more power in the racket, a little more game improvement.
Yeah. And one last question on this particular racket, ideally who this might be for, and also just touch on the specs a little bit for us.
Yeah, it basically is for a very broad cross section. It's 100 square inches, which I put it in the hands of anybody from a 3.5 level all the way up to a 5.5 level. It'll fit into that player range very well. It's 100 square inches, which is, again, very user-friendly, and the racket comes in at 10.4 ounces.
And 16-19 straight pattern, is that correct?
Yes,
on there?
correct.
Okay. So this is Dunlop Biomimetic 400 tennis racket.